Okay, friends, so I talked about a color wheel in our assignment today. So I want you to get something that's round to trace. Something that's almost as big as your paper. And this bowl that I have, it's a plastic bowl. Make sure you ask your parents first before you do this. And I'm just going to trace around the bowl. Okay. And get a big circle. And that's all you need this for. So make sure you ask first before you go and start taking dishes out of your cupboard. And try to get a plastic one or have help from your parents. I don't want you to use a glass bowl and then accidentally break it. Okay, so we need to break down this circle into 12 different parts. And I'm going to recommend that you get a straight edge of some kind. So a straight edge is just something that is like a ruler or a notebook or something. Something that just has a straight line that you can use to help you trace. That's all we're looking for. And I'm going to go get my ruler to do that with. Okay, so you might remember that ruler from my classroom. I've used that a lot. What we're going to try to do first is figure out where the middle is. So if we measure our circle, it's almost 8 inches. So it's a little over 8 inches. Okay, so a good estimation is for our circle to find the center is, we can see the lines here. So it's 8 inches and about 1/4 wide. Okay. So the circle center is going to be halfway. So 4 inches, and it's going to be about right here. Okay. So we have, is that a quarter? It's an eighth. Sorry. So we're going to mark it at the 16th line. So you see that little line right there where I marked it at? That's the 16th line. So you're going to check that by going in different spots around your circle. Like, okay, that might be the center there. But it's not the center when we measure this way because we didn't measure it in the exact center of our circle. So a way to check that again is measure across. And that lines up that way. And it lines up that way. So that's about our center. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does help when we're trying to make something even. Okay, so what I did to find the center of my circle is I measured across the circle. Okay, I measured across, figured out the length of the circle from here to here. Which I forget what that's called right now. Then I found the halfway part, which is the radius. I do know that. So I found the radius and I just measured it there and I just checked the radius around the circle. So what I'm going to do now is use my ruler and I'm going to hold it right up to that edge. Now my pencil's kind of dull and I want pretty close results. So I'm going to sharpen it just a little bit. Normally I don't really worry about those sort of things, but come down. Now if you notice, I moved my ruler over slightly. Now when I move my ruler over slightly, that helps me get more to the center. So I cut it in half. Okay. You want to cut it in half down the middle once. Things get a little bit trickier here because you can't just cut it in half like this and then go across like this. That doesn't exactly work. And the reason why that doesn't work is because we are working in divisions of 6. So instead of, we have 6 colors and then divided those in half again, so we have 12. We have to make room for 12. If we did this, this would then create 4 and then 8, and we don't want to work in that many pieces. So do your best and figure out how to divide this into thirds. Now, I know there's a mathematical way to do it. I just like to guess. So using your best guesstimation, because a lot of us haven't learned how to do this. Just look at it and see if it looks even enough. And it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm just asking for you to at least find the center of the circle and attempt to make even pieces. Okay, so those aren't exactly even, but they're pretty close. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. We need to cut that down in half again. So each one of those pie pieces needs to be cut in half again. Again, the most important thing is that you're drawing through the center of it. So I move my ruler back a little bit because my pencil, the tip of my pencil is wider. So I move it back a little bit so that I can draw easier through the center. And like I said, I'm just looking at it. So when I have my ruler here, is this the same size as this size here? Because if it's like that, that's not even. So I'm just using my eye and guessing the best I can. So, and then what I'm doing right now is called eyeballing. And when you eyeball something, that's not even. Oh well. When you eyeball something, you're using your eyes to tell you if it looks right or not. Those look pretty close. All right, so we have 12 colors. Now, we're going to start at the top of this color wheel here, and we're going to label this one red so that we know that red goes there. The next color on our color wheel is red, orange. We're just going to go around the color wheel. And we have orange. We have yellow, orange. Yellow. Yellow, green. Green. Blue, green. Blue. Blue, violet. Violet and red violet. Okay, so now we've labeled all of our colors, and tomorrow we're going to color this in. So I don't want you to do it today because I'm going to explain how all of these colors need to be put into the color wheel and the right way to do it, because there is a right way and there is a wrong way. So don't color today. We're going to work on coloring it tomorrow. Okay, guys? Have a great rest of your day.